for severe weather, meaning storms that could produce winds of 60 miles per hour. There is the risk of tornadoes spinning up again today. And Birmingham, you're still in that risk. Huntsville, Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, and Lexington, all in the red zone for today. And the risk is twofold. We've got the circulation from what's left of Cindy and the moisture, but we also have this front coming in, and there is some stronger jet stream or mid to upper level winds in here as well, especially from Tennessee up into Kentucky and then West Virginia and Pennsylvania. So that's where you're likely to see some storms that will be a little feisty, especially when some daytime heating comes into play. And it will. We're going to start with some breaks in the clouds before this main batch of moisture gets in. This is 11 o'clock this morning. We're still dealing with the storms in West Tennessee, Western Kentucky, all the way down to western portions of Mississippi. Then by afternoon, this stretches into Middle Tennessee, into Alabama, getting into about the late afternoon, early evening, northwest Georgia, East Tennessee, moving into West Virginia and West Virginia by overnight tonight, and some very heavy rain is possible there as well. So it's not just here, Steph. We also have the storms in the Midwest starting today.
So one of Jen's favorite things that is when you can actually see the cloud or the rain in front of you, and you can see it on the radar.
Oh, I love to match the sky.
You know, that it was like if you were stuck in one of those training rain events, then you got it good.
And there was a couple of bands, right? There was really three main, and underneath them you got soaked, but if you weren't, you didn't get, the very heavy rain. So it was certainly scattered and who got the big rain amounts. The difference today is we've got a front coming in, and that's going to draw up more moisture, more widespread. We see flash flood watches that are up from the Ohio Valley into the Tennessee Valley, back down to the southeast still for at least one more day here. So let's take a look at where we are right now. We've got rain out there, not too far from Cincinnati, showers in town, Louisville, everything north and to the west right now. But as we track and time things out for you, Louisville, we've got a pretty messy day ahead. So this morning, your ride to work is fine, but too much after that, we're going to find the rain spreading in into the afternoon. This is 3-4 o'clock, rain pretty much everywhere, 65, 71, 64. All roads are wet for travel here, and it's going to be especially heavy, I think, as you go east, because now we start to gain elevation, right, getting into the Appalachians, and that's going to be a concern for flooding and flash flooding as the atmosphere just squeezes out all the moisture. We're still left with a couple of showers getting into this evening. We got to wait for the front to get all the way through, and that's going to happen tomorrow, and that's when we'll see some drier air coming in. But until then, it's going to be a wet and humid day. Anytime it rains, it could literally just dump buckets. We've got 2 to 3 inches of rain in the forecast through today, and again, it's a combination of what's left of Cindy and that front. So, Steph, it's not just Louisville, but right now we're seeing some very heavy rain from Arkansas to West Tennessee.
And we 70s with highs in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost what makes this heat just as bad or worse than the 117 that you're seeing in the southwest. But we have a change coming, so here's some good news. It's not all bad news. It is hot now. It's 99 today in Dallas, but look at this. A front actually makes its way in, brings a temperature change too, not just thunderstorms. We get the storms, but then we get temperatures to drop off about 10 plus degrees from where we will be today. And dew points drop off too, so the overnights will cool down. It will feel better. I mean, this might not be open your windows, let the fresh air in kind of weather, but in the south, it's going to be a noticeable, refreshing change that I think you will really enjoy all the way down to the Gulf Coast. You're going to get a nice change coming your way. Temperatures for highs go about 5 to 15 degrees below average. So it's not just the fact that it's going to be cooler than it's been. I mean, look, it's been crazy hot. So cooling down would be nice, but we're going to go below average, which is very notable for late June, right? The sun's at its, highest angle in the sky, 83 degrees tomorrow in Oklahoma City. That kind of cooler air gets into parts of the Tennessee Valley. Look at Nashville, 82 degrees, Atlanta, 81 degrees. And we're going to have some sunshine too, so it really is going to be a very nice finish to the weekend. Get ready to enjoy it. Nashville, Lexington, Roanoke, by Monday, we're talking upper 70s. So if this is how cool it gets here, Kelly, in the south, what about bringing in some nice refreshing air? Not feeling that much like summer, actually. We'll call it more late spring up here in the upper Midwest. Once the front clears Chicago, you guys have so much better weather coming. Big weekend in Caddo, Wisconsin. You got a country music fest going on. I know a lot of folks are camping too. Blake Shelton, Thomas Rhett, Chris Young. Looks good today. Tomorrow looks pretty good. There is a chance of showers coming in on Sunday there. South, we'll have some showers lingering along the Gulf Coast into your Sunday, but elsewhere, we're going to be clean. Just looking at some of the latest scans coming in on the radar. We've got this tornado warning for Natchitoches Parish here in Louisiana. This includes the city of Clarence. The circulation itself, within this big batch of rain, the circulation is moving to the east at only about 10 miles per hour. Very heavy rain coming down. That's probably the overall bigger risk right here, but there is that circulation. You can see it right here. It's a bit weaker than it was at the last scan. That's a good thing, right? But we'll keep an eye on this for you. Got a